Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for a monthly reading for February 2021 for the zodiac sign of Libra. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, even though it's a smaller portion, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else if it doesn't. Keep in mind a few days later or time later, uh, it might start to resonate with you. You're more than welcome to come back and watch the rewatch videos on the channel. And we're doing extendeds on Patreon, and I'm trying to work on other avenues to bring readings to you. Just bear with me, I work a lot. um, Let me see. If you like the channel, please hit like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. So I'm going to start with a Spirit Animal Oracle uh, card. Sorry, Animal Oracle is the name of the deck. I don't know what's going on. I'm having problems speaking lately. I've been stuttering, so sorry about that. Okay, and wow, that's amazing. The first card out for Libra is the Ant Spirit, and it's telling you it's time to collaborate. Time to collaborate. Okay. I'm going to take two cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Keep in mind I do pre-shuffle the cards so that you don't have to listen to a lot of shuffling. And I use the Oracle cards because they have powerful messages in and of themselves. And they coordinate with the tarot portion of the reading most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Okay, we have the Moon card, and it's telling you to take note of intuitive messages. Okay? Intuitive messages. And follow your intuition, Libra. Follow your intuition. All right, and then we have Shaolin Master. It's telling you to be graceful in movement and in action. Okay. Just okay. So I'm going to move on to the tarot portion of the reading. This is the Celtic Tarot deck. And I'm going to be doing past, present, future, advice from Spirit, and the most likely outcome if you follow Spirit's advice. Okay? So, that's crazy. First card out is the Page of Swords. This is some type of communication that came in the past. And you're guarded, or you're guarded against some type of communication. You see how the page is standing up high. The swords are air signs, so it's got to do with the mind, the mental. It's air. Okay, and if you see, he's guarded. He's on a turret. There doesn't seem to be a way up there or down from there. He's really high up. He's got a high perspective. Can see things from a higher perspective because he is up here, but he doesn't have the skill sets that his parents have, the King and the Queen of Swords. Okay, not yet. And he's very guarded. And if you look down here, the water is usually emotion, and this water that he's surrounded by, right, or he or she either is surrounded by, is choppy, whereas as you go further out, it gets calmer, and you get close to the islands on the other side. All right. So let's see what the present has. I'm going to clarify these cards. I'll be clarifying them after I lay out the spread. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering so much. Okay, so in the present position, you have the Seven of Shields. That's a really good card. That means you have a lot of options, okay? And you're these are two master magicians, and they're actually creating someone, and it's just a card letting you know that you can manifest things into your life that you wouldn't believe that you wouldn't normally think that you would be able to do something like that, but you can. We all have magic in us. Okay, it's just learning how to control energy. You have to learn to you have to start learning the basics of the law of attraction. You put your intentions out there, and then you wait for it to come out there. You have to have faith that it's going to come in. Okay? And then that's the real basics. Okay? So in the future, it has you being balanced. Okay? Those intentions you set out are the ships, and they're in the background. They're taking a beating out there, but they're still floating. The wolf may be at the door. You may be standing in this energy, okay? But you're balanced. You're not going to stay here long, but you are balanced, all right? So what's the advice from future? What is the advice from from spirit? I'm sorry, from the future. Boy, I haven't had no coffee, I guess. It's clarity. So it's telling you to look at something the way it truly is. Not the way you perceive it to be, not the way you want it to be. You have to look at things clearly. Okay? And that's also Arthurian type, King Arthur and the Round Table types of clarity, where, you do things with honor and integrity. Okay? Because, karma really does come back at you. It's not, you should be living your life that way anyways. It'll bring you more joy. And if you follow, if you follow Spirit's advice, you'll have the Ace of Pentacles, which is major, you have the potential for it anyways, major abundance. And I think that is probably where you're coming into the time for collaboration. You're going to learn how to collaborate with other people to build something. It looks like you're trying to build something. Got a lot of pentacles on the board too. And that's usually about finance and money. And the two swords, again, honor and integrity. And it's telling you to take note of intuitive messages. And you're still, well, maybe when you see the video you might not be, but we're still in the that full moon phase. Okay. As a matter of fact, tonight was the full moon. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Alright. And at the bottom of the deck, it's showing you as being the Nine of Cauldrons. And the Nine of Cauldrons is somebody that's learned to love themselves. They don't need outside love. They don't need somebody external. They don't need external validation. You know who you are. That's part of being graceful in movements and actions. You've mastered yourself. You've mastered your skills. You've worked hard. You've done the work. Okay? And then you can be graceful because you know how to wield it. You know how to walk. You know how to, you didn't learn how to walk in a day. You had to learn to crawl first. And it's something similar to that. I want to do some clarifiers because it's not really clear what you're guarded against. So I'm going to use since we're manifesting, I'm going to use the Wizard's Tarot to clarify. Sorry. I need some coffee. Or I don't need it. I like coffee. There we are. Okay. Alright, so this is justice. You're looking for, in the past you were looking for justice. Okay, let Let me see what else we have here before I go on about it. Okay, and you're in the four of Swords energy. And what he's telling you here is you're seeking justice. And so what you need to do is take time. What the knights used to do was come in and they would lay down on their coffins after, they would go in their tombs, lay on their coffins after a battle. And then they would reflect on the battle, life. It's kind of like a life review. And decide, you know, is this fight worth it? Okay. Was it a just cause? Did I fight on the right side? You know, was it worth everything that I had to do? Should I continue? Should I go home? All those things that you think about, you know, and how do I move on from here? It's that kind of energy. And you were in this in the past. You were looking for justice. Okay. And that could be something to do with the court system or not, because it could be spiritual justice that you're looking for there. Okay. And so I'm clarified it again. I don't usually do that, but it's the Nine of Wands. So whatever it is, you were wounded. Okay. You've been through a lot, and you're portrayed as the wounded warrior there. So let's see what you're manifesting now. What are you trying to manifest? Obviously, Pentacles. Obviously, Pentacles. Okay. All right, so we're getting into Ant Spirit here, and this is the time to collaborate. Okay, and here, if you do that, you get victory. And that would take, you know, collaboration. That's a victory parade for him. And he is a magician in that card. And he's like, he feels like it was everybody's victory, not just his. Okay? And that's being graceful in movement and action. Okay, so you want victory. That's what you're trying to manifest. And so you're either wanting to be the Queen of Wands, or you are presenting as the Queen of Wands. She's somebody that's passionate, dynamic. She's a go-getter. She's creative. She can build something out of nothing. She's magic because she has the wand. All my wands are magic. She's over here. She's created life. And in other pictures, well, actually, if you look out the window, it looks like it's kind of a harsh setting where she's at. And yet she's still able to raise sunflowers. And the cat is because she follows her intuition. She gets what she wants because she knows how to go get it. And she has the ability to go get it. And the initiative. Sometimes it's the initiative that we don't have. Okay, so the future, it's talking about you're going to be balanced. It looks like you're going to be at this crossroads would be the swords, but it's a, because of what's going on behind it. It's kind of I'm getting a kind of a similar energy from it to that. It's like, okay, I can't stand here forever. Now what am I going to do? You know, I'm cold, and I can keep the wolf at the door, but I don't want to thrive. I want to thrive. I don't want to just live. Okay, and when you get to that point and you make that decision to start manifesting, because you can be manifesting and not know you're manifesting at this point, that you want to do that, that's when you start getting clarity about who you are, what you want, where you want to go in life, what is your dream, and how are you going to bring that new beginning about. And part of it, the overall gist of the spread is that you're learning how to love yourself. Okay, so in the future, you're going to have forward movement and victory. That's two forward movement and victory cards right there. Okay. So you're in the beginning of a cycle. You're manifesting something. All right. Oh, yeah, and you've been thinking about this for a long time. See the Seven of Pentacles? You've been tending to a pentacle. This is what they call that. You've been nurturing something. You've had this idea. It could be for a business or it could be for someone. but you've been nurturing it and thinking about it, and now you're at that decision phase where, you know, it's not quite ready yet. It's like in the planning stages. It's 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 when you get the idea, okay, I've always read tarot cards. Just a brief example. I've always read tarot cards, but I ran across, I was piddling around on YouTube one day, and then I saw a tarot card reading, you know, so I watched it, and then I watched a few others, and I still do watch them. It's good experience. But the point is, I was like, well, I never thought of that. That's a good avenue for me to express what I do. And so I obviously opened my own channel. But it was that at that moment when the idea struck me, hey, wait a minute. That would be a great idea. Why don't I open my own channel? And that from there, that's when I started nurturing that pinnacle. It was like, okay, so then I got into the planning stages. So I went to see, you know, I went online to see what it would take to open a channel, etc., 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 etc. And that was me nurturing it. And now I am nurturing it. Now I'm nurturing the channel, okay? And whenever you make moves like that, you have to do it with honor and integrity. That's Spirit's advice. Move forward with honor and integrity. You're getting clarity now. That's you, and that came from that pentacle. And it takes a lot of strength. You have to have the strength and the dedication to do it. Okay, you have to have the initiative, the creativity, but you have to have the initiative. But you also have that, you have to be able to stick to it. And it takes a lot of strength sometimes. Okay, well, okay. But if you can do that, you'll have the Three of Wands. And that's someone that's just waiting for their ships to come in. And you, let me see. I don't have it here. Yeah, the ships in the harbor. See the ships behind them? Those are intentions that you've set and put out. Well, like the ships, they would load them with merchandise and then send them to exotic places to, you know, to trade. And then they would come home and sell the goods. So in the meantime, they went on about their business because you know, some of those voyages took years. Okay, and so they still set about doing their they're building their abundance, but they still sat and wondered and waited for those ships to come in. This is somebody that's watching their ships come in. She's probably looking out the window, okay, and can see the harbor. That's usually how that card is depicted. All right, and then you have an abundant new beginning. And you are probably going to be getting a message or something. It could be a message from Spirit too, about something that probably has to do with money, career. This could be a job interview. This could be anything that has to do with your money, your possessions, your earthly abundance, okay? And it's a small communication, okay? It could be an offer to start a business. But whatever it is, you need to work it. You will be working hard at it. So there's going to be hard work involved. And then let's clarify that. Oh yeah. So in this Nine of Cauldrons energy, this is the Three of Pentacles, and this is mastering something. Okay, and that goes back to your Shaolin master. Be graceful in movement and action. That may be part of what you have to master. And you need to master loving yourself. Self-care, taking care of yourself. Even if it's taking a hot bath. Okay? But you are mastering something as you go along with this. And then you have the King of Wands. So this may be somebody that is in your general vicinity, or not. This may be somebody that you're about to meet. And you need to be prepared. You need to already be able to love yourself to manifest this. This is a very powerful individual. You have a match set on the board. You have the Queen of Wands. And you're presenting as the Queen of Wands. So you're calling in the King of Wands. So this can be about love as well. All right? And he, again, he would be very powerful. He's very creative. He's dynamic. He's another one that always gets what he wants. Almost always gets what he wants. And what he's looking for right now is his queen. And that would be the Queen of Pentacles. So if you're starting out as the Queen of Wands, and you are building, let's say you're building something that helps your, starting a business, starting a new job, that would make you present as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? And if you follow Spirit's advice, you'll become the Empress. Okay? That's a great reading. So I am going to put that over there for now. And then I'm going to pull a few Archangel cards for you, Libra. These are the Archangel Oracle cards. I'm going to pull a few of these for you, and let's see if Spirit has any more messages for you. Okay. Sensitivity. Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Okay. And that is when you start using your intuition and allowing it to guide you. That's Spirit guiding you. And that, again, you have the female energy with the Moon card over here. So remember, it's telling you to take note of intuitive messages. Okay. And it says, take back your power, Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings into your life. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Counselor. Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a really good reading. And basically your advice is just to move forward with honor and integrity and clarity. Use your mind. Okay, at the bottom of that deck was the King of Swords. And that's talking about being analytical, being able to use logic rather than emotions to make your decisions as you're moving forward. And it doesn't mean that, and being able to cut things out of your life that don't serve you. Now, I'm not talking about just tossing everybody out of your life. It's just those things that are not in your best interest. Okay? And if you look at them with logic rather than emotion, then you can see it more clearly. You can usually see the problem more clearly. Okay? So, I hope you really like this. And I hope you follow Spirit's advice, because if you do, it's going to bring in abundance. You're going to have some kind of communication about that, and you're going to have to work hard to do this. And you're going to have to work hard to master self-love. We've all been through something. None of us made it out of our childhood unscathed. And if you did, that's awesome. It's wonderful. But, I mean, we all have our traumas, and we all have to learn how to deal with them and heal them instead of shoving them down. So, I hope everything works out for you. Leave comments in the comment box. If you like the channel, please hit like, subscribe, and share. And hit the little bell icon so you get notified when I do videos in the future. And thanks for watching, and have a great day. If you're gonna, I'm doing the extended. It'll be posted on Patreon. Thanks.